Hello everyone, and welcome back to All the Mod 7 to the Sky. This episode we're going to be checking out some server bases because it's long overdue. As you can see on the server, this is one base here from Carlology. And then if we scroll out every distance, almost like a grid, you can see all these bases, and there's a lot. I'm not sure how many there are, but there's a decent amount. Oh my god, there's a lot. As you can see, once again, I don't know what you can see on your little screen, but there's little dots pretty much at every single interval here. And that's of people's claims. So we've got a lot to go through. So yeah, this first base is from Carlology. As we can see, it's sort of like almost like a snowflake, I guess you'd say. So we tried to do a similar thing at our base where we branched off a bit, and it lasted for about 2 episodes, and then we just filled in all the gaps and just made it a big clump. But these designs do look pretty nice, as you can see. So first of all, over here we've got a tree farm. We don't even have a tree farm. We don't even have a tree farm yet. And this is pretty cool. So it's a create tree farm. Obviously, it's spinning around in the middle. It's got saw blades to chop down all the trees. It's got deployers on the back to plant all the saplings. The saplings get stored in this barrel. And then once it reaches here, it deposits it all into this storage system here. So they've got a storage controller connected to all of these. And they've obviously got logs. They've got... Oh, actually, this is an ender drawer. Ooh. Okay, so the ender drawer is actually linked up somewhere else. I might actually... I'll tell you what. I might cut that out because I don't know how the ender drawers work. So I'm not sure if that frequency would, I don't know, leak their frequency. Which, to be honest, I don't know how that works. If that is how that works and they're not personal, I would highly suggest not using them. You know what I mean? And instead using an ender chest or something. Because the ender chest you can personalize, and when you're playing on a server... whilst obviously if we catch someone doing this, they're going to get banned. Until we catch them sort of thing, it's easier to just avoid the hassle. So I would highly suggest just using an ender chest or something personalized that other people can't access by copying the frequency or anything. So over here we have a mob farm. Now oddly enough, they managed to snap their hands on a spawner, and to be honest, I didn't even know that was possible in Skyblock. I'm trying to see if there's a recipe for it. What sort of spawner is this? Let's go, I thought it was F3 and 4 to cycle between things. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm not opt. Okay, here we go. Now I can hop into spectator mode, which means I can go through here. And this is, yeah, it's just a chicken spawner. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't, it's possible there's a quest reward that gives you that. I'll be honest though, not too sure at all. In fact, yeah, we've actually got quite a lot of these that we need to go through again. We honestly just haven't. I wonder... Yeah, but let me know how you get your hands on a spawner, because that's pretty cool. Yeah. So they've got a chicken spawner here, obviously. We'll hop back into creative mode so that we can see our hand. Chicken and blaze. Oh, so they've got 2 different spawners here. As you can see under here, there's obviously the blaze spawner. By the way, I am using currently Overimagined shaders. I quite like them. As you can potentially see, they look pretty cool. And so that's why we're getting some beautiful visuals here. With that being said, it's very dark in there. I don't know if that's something I've done or if it's just genuinely that dark in there, but it's pretty cool and ominous nonetheless. And all of this loot is actually going into a diamond backpack, so that's pretty cool. If we continue over here, we've got, an Antimatter Relay Mark II from Project E. In this corner we have apparently the create setup. You know what, actually, I didn't check what was powering this, this thing here. Oh, it's a single water mill. A water wheel. A single water wheel is getting this guy spinning around that fast. That's pretty cool. Normally I set up windmills on these guys, but to be honest, this is actually a very clean design. I think it looks quite nice indeed. So anyway, we'll come back over here. So they've got an ore crusher here. They've got big crushing wheels going into chutes, going into barrels. It looks like that one was full of obsidian, oddly enough. Over here, what do we have? Oh, we've got a deployer and a depot. We've obviously got we've got an attempt at a steam engine here. I think it's functional. Yeah, actually, it appears to be currently moving. Over here, what do we have? A metal press, and then we have a spout splurting molten lava onto this depot. Very beautiful. And of course, there's a mechanical crafter here for, I don't know, crafting things. you would hope. Alright, over here we have the Tinker Zone, I guess. So we've got our lava production here, which is, a tier 2 cobble gen. You don't really need much else, to be honest. That's obviously making lava. They've actually set it up with, I think there's your campfires under there. Pretty good. Yeah, the campfires are honestly the best, I think, until you get either blocks of uranium or superheating elements. But the superheating elements are pretty cheap compared to the like the uranium. I don't know. I had superheating elements before I had uranium, so it was a bit out of order, I guess. Yeah, beautiful smeltery. Oh, and the smeltery is capped off with some cobblestone at the top. It's always interesting that every single smeltery is somehow different to the others when you look at them. Oh, this one's even got a seared duct on the back for filtered outputs. Very cool. Nice. Yeah, cool. It always stuns me. Like, the amount of videos we have of this, and I don't know if we've seen two identical smelteries. And I don't even know how that's possible. Like, it's such a simple concept of a multi-block, but just by giving players the freedom to put it together however they want, realistically, you get such a variation between them all. It's honestly one of my favorite parts about these, which is very odd because it's so, I don't know, basic. In the middle, we've got some snad with some cactus on it, and a little lever over there to grow it faster. We've got some interesting contraptions over here, a nice market, a swap-o-matic farming for blockheads market, another bit of snad there for the sugarcane. Here we actually have a builder, believe it or not. I'm not sure if that's for building anything on the island. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this bridge, to be honest, because it looks very beautiful. Stripped oak logs for this, would you say Asian-styled, like, walkway, or would this be like Viking, maybe? Not too sure, but you get the idea. It looks pretty cool. We'll leave that house to the last, though, because I imagine that's the main thing. Over here, oh, by the way, the entire building has got a ring around it. That's actually probably what the builder's doing, which, I mean, it looks pretty cool. So yeah, in the middle here, we've got a nice little cow farm. Oh, these are framed panels. Look at that. Oh yeah, these are all frame blocks, aren't they? Oh, that's awesome. I love me a good old frame block. Oh, and we've also got a frame door. Oh, very nice. Very neat. All right, well, yeah, we'll check out the house now. If we're going clockwise around, we might as well. So this is the house, and honestly, it looks pretty good. Like, it genuinely looks quite nice. A nice little sky house. It does look a little bit unfinished, I guess. To be fair, it is dark oak, and they're not really growing any dark oak from what I can tell, so not entirely sure what they're using to get their hands on it. I know you can use, what's the word I'm saying? The Philosopher's Stone, that's the one. You can use the Philosopher's Stone to change logs to different types of logs, so maybe they were doing that? Not too sure. The floor's a nice chipped dark oak plank. This is, well, first of all, this is a very cluttered room. This is amazing. More machines than I have, I'll tell you that much. They've got their AE2 system over here, hooked up to a couple different chests. Oh, some alchemical chests. These guys are very big. Big chest there. The controls in here. There's just, I mean, an agglomerate of just machines, if that's even the right word. I don't know. Sometimes I just throw words in there. Oh, the bed has a nice bed rest of a metal press. Very cozy room in here. What else have we got going around? Big drawer wall over here. We've got obviously some ender chests, or ender drawers to the left over there. Linked up to their equivalent farms, I imagine. Yeah, okay. Over here, oh, here's the obsidian maker. So obviously lava goes in there. And then, oh, is this fully automated? Oh, it is. They've got a nice pipe set up to automate this. This looks very beautiful, especially compared to when I've attempted to make this in the past. Might steal this little design later as well. That is why I like doing these videos as well. You get to find some cool little ideas on how you can build stuff. And look at this, using some basic universal pipes. Haven't seen those in a little while. Especially with pipes in the mod pack. It's, I don't know, I feel like you rarely see them. These would actually probably be quite cheaper, wouldn't they? Universal cables. These only need steel and redstone. And the steel, not too bad. Iron and coal. You know what I mean? Instead of like blocks of redstone that you need for the energy pipes, honestly not a bad idea to go for that. They've also got a windmill here that's cutting through the building, absolutely slicing it up. Bunch of stuff going on here. If we go upstairs, or what sort of is left of upstairs, just a nice little building, a feral flare lantern. We're probably gonna make some of these in the future episode. Someone also told me, what's the mod? Torchmaster. Torchmaster. This thing here, if I have a feral flare lantern up, I think I was told that I can use these on the light sources that it creates. Like, see how there's like a light here, but there's no torch? I can use that, say, in the mob farm, and I can remove the light in there, and then we get all the benefits of the feral flare lantern and none of the negatives. So we'll definitely be trying at least to remember this. And it looks like it only costs some ice, so pretty cheap. Cool. So anyway, that's pretty much up here. They've got an enchanting table. That's probably helping them out big time with all the different tools and whatnot. What do we have down here? We have more ender shelves. We have, what do we have? Crushers. Oh, is this like an ethylene production? Yeah, we've got a gas burning generator with some ethylene. This guy's generating what? I mean, he's generating more than enough. The system doesn't need anymore. He's doing a pretty good job. Down here we have water wheel, obviously. Oh, where are we? But anyway, this farm looks really cool. I love the light reflection off the farmland, like the watered parts. So this was obviously a farm for, what do you call it? For crops instead of trees over there. But this guy's not spinning for whatever reason. Everything appears to be hooked up. He might just need to be like turned off and back on, but regardless, nice little farm. Probably got to set one of these up at some point as well. Over here we have the final little prong. And this is the different teleporting areas. This looked like it might have used to be a cobble gen, maybe? Maybe. Like, I think if you had lava in the middle, that might, like, make cobble on all the sides. Maybe. Not too sure, to be completely honest. We can go through these portals. We'll see if they've done anything on the other side. They rarely do. Like, you rarely find a base in the nether, because I guess you don't usually spend too much time living in the nether. But sometimes it's nice to check, just in case there is something crazy going in there. I think there was also another portal in there as well. But I don't want to go too far. We'll check the Twilight Forest. You know, we'll stop by, see what's going on, see if there's anything. Yeah, just the Twilight Forest. Nothing too crazy. Oh, the golden sky, though, looks absolutely phenomenal. I love shaders. So anyway, this was this base. I believe we've checked out pretty much most of it. We might have missed some things, but I think for the most part, we're fine. So this was Carlology's base. Thank you for playing. Thank you for taking the time to build this base. Yeah, thank you. I'll try to find a different one now. We'll have a look through, and I'll meet you guys there. Which ones do we go to? I said, the first base I look at, right, we'll go here. Alrighty, so in stark contrast to the last base, this is Hm's base. 104? Yeah, 104. This is just a massive platform here. Very big. Oh, I imagine it's somewhat symmetrical. It almost looks like a processor. Like the wood here sort of looks like the golden pins on a CPU. Pretty cool, pretty big. And now they have their hands on an iron furnace, so don't let this, like, fool you. You know what I mean? Like, they've clearly got resources. They've got some iron furnaces, some emerald furnaces. They've got some cactuses here with sand on it instead of snad, so who knows what's going on. A bunch of chests here for, I guess, storage. A lonely tree in the middle. Here's the bed. And then that's seemingly it, which is quite baffling. I don't really know what's going on here. There was clearly lava here at some point. I wonder if they picked everything up and just built a platform to, like, progress. Over here, they've got some cauldrons in the ground. Or some crucibles, sorry. Very strange. We'll check the nether. We'll see what's going on there, but what an interesting base. So we'll jump through. Here we go. Loading terrain. Who knows? Oh, the mystery. I wonder, you know what? I have a feeling this links up to a different base. Some people, they like either joined teams or they like started building on a different island somehow for whatever reason, and they couldn't get back to their old base. So that might be what this is, or it could be going to a nether fortress. Okay, well there you go. Sure. What a strange encounter. That was very strange. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Why not? Well, anyway, that was Hm's base. Yeah. Cool. All right. Thank you for playing as well. If you know, if any of these bases we check out, if you guys change your base in the future, like you do some more progress, you spice things up, I don't know, do anything, you can let me know. In Discord, we have a channel specifically for, like, the base coordinates, so I can check out your base. You can just let me know, and I'll go back and hopefully check it again. Anyway, let's check out another base. Well, I guess we'll keep going down this line. So here we have, Dr. Smash _SLO. Here we go. Let's see what they've got going on. Ooh! Okay. We've got a well-established base. Holy moly. All right, this will probably be the last one for this episode. You know what? We're going to start over here. Just a nice safe spot over here that we can start. This looks to be where you would have a mob spawner. It's an old cobblestone cube. We've got some tinted glass over here. In the cube, oh yeah, in the cube it's just a dark room with a lonely spider in it. Sure, yeah, of course. All right, well anyway, if we go back to the island, here we have a very beautiful setup for the Twilight Forest. It's simple, but it looks very pretty. It's a very nice little design. Over here we have a spawner. Oh, no, a spawner. An enchanting table. And we've even got like some wither skeleton skulls to increase the quanta level. To increase the quanta level of this enchanting table. We've got our different what do you call these ovens? We've got the coke oven and the alloy kiln. Over here we have the lava generation. Oh, and we're using ultimate mechanical pipes, not even pipes. So these ones using superheating elements, of course, providing lava to this system over here. We've got some jumbo tanks, I guess, as a bit of a buffer, and then all of the jumbo tanks are going into all of these magmatic dynamos. And I imagine, yeah, the dynamos have some upgrades in them, so they're actually generating 256 RF per tick each, which is really good. Like that's pretty decent for all of these. Especially just running off lava, you know, set and forget sort of thing. Okay, there's so much going on and it's so tightly packed together. With that being said though, imagine if this was cobblestone floor. I feel like it would look so much worse. You know what I mean? So like they've done a really good job here, just making it all grass. It's actually it's paid off really well in the long run. So over here, what do we have? Fluid water, witch water. And then I guess the ability to automate it, right? So if you need like, I don't know, soul sand, you can dump some dust or some sand in there. If you need some clay, you can drop some dust in there. Yeah, pretty simple setup. All right, what else do we have? Okay, so we've got some crazy auto crafting going on over here in Applied Energistics. We've got our ME drives under here. Some circuit etchers. Oh, some lazy AE2 setup for some really easy automation for all the processors and whatnot. I mean, there's so much going on. We've got now an energy condenser on top of a cobble gen. That's pretty smart. Does cobble have an EMC? Yeah, it does. Yeah, hey, that's a pretty smart way to get yourself some EMC. I honestly, I would not have thought about that. That's pretty smart. Anyhow, we'll continue along. Over here, we've got what? Big processors. Oh, okay. So these are crafting code processing units all the way around this guy. And in the middle, we have a 256k, what do you call it? Crafting storage. And that appears to be the same on all of these. So these are just big, powerful computers. Over here, we have the reactors. Both of these are at nitro tier. So they're generating a lot of power. We've even got some massive wind generators over there. This is a big battery, by the way. So big battery to store all the big power. In this corner, we have some occasional... Oh, I accidentally crashed. But we have a farm over here. And it's actually being chopped up by a plant gatherer, I believe. If it's currently working, oh, yep, there it is. Look at that. Does a pretty good job at chopping them all. I believe it gets rid of all the leaves, and then once the leaves are done, as you can see, gets rid of all the logs, or at least it's meant to. Hopefully, I guess maybe we'll see. Yep, one log down, and then I believe the way this guy works is under here. There's a plant sower, and that guy plants all the saplings underneath. So once again, a nice alternative to doing the create farm. That I feel like most people would probably do a create farm. We also have another metal press. I've seen a lot of metal presses from Immersive Engineering. We've seen like, what, 2 already so far in like the 3 bases we checked. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We've got some loop fabricators, simulation chambers. Over here, a nice thermal evaporation chamber. Doesn't appear to be fully set up. This guy's he takes water in and he spits out, I believe, brine. And then if you put him into another one, he actually spits out lithium, which is pretty good for, I don't know, doing some different power generation. Over here we have our mystical agriculture setup. This appears to be automated. Looks like it. I wonder how they went ahead and did it. Oh, they probably did nearest first, right? And then they placed like their seeds in this slot. The seeds will all... actually, I don't know. I don't really know what they're doing here. It's clearly working. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, over here we have another just a mess of machines. Now, to be honest, whilst this like might look incredibly messy, which I mean it pretty much is. This is typically what happens when you try to set up like a reactor, right? From Mechanism, you end up with just all these machines linking around, putting like water into the thing, pulling brine out of the thing, putting it in, turning it into lithium. Then you've got to get like a PRC. You've got to try to get all these things to get some substrate. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, a lot of contraptions, and if you don't like take the time and like spread it out intentionally, like in a big area, this happens very, very quickly. Very quickly. Oh my god. Have a look at this. So this is pretty much what we had, right? In terms of our generators for, you know, dust, sand and gravel. But this is set up like a staircase. So I've got these massive cobble gens, tier 3, and they're all going into, you know, their flux hammers, and each step of the way, you've got a drawer that's just filling up to the brim of the resources. And look at the rate at which it does it. That's pretty amazing. That's genuinely amazing. And yeah, so pretty nice setup. At any step of the way, if you come over and you're like, oh, I really need some sand, guess what? You've got a drawer with some nice buffer, and it is a very good visualization. Like, we don't have to open any machines, and we can see where the bottleneck is. Currently, the bottleneck is there. This guy doesn't have enough cobble in him. We can come over here and be like, yep. I mean, despite having a cobble gen tier 5, he's running through. He can't keep up with it. And this line, he might be keeping up, or it might be a sign that, hey, these machines could do with an upgrade. They're not going fast enough. We've got literally full drawers here. Very smart idea, and it looks quite nice. Or it would look quite nice if it was spread out a little bit. Yeah, this is a crazy contraption. A flux compactor at the bottom. Very nice. Over here we have, honestly, probably too many cows to have on the server, if we're being completely honest, but we've got a nice little farm here. A pretty big farm. And this has an animal feeder, so that's breeding them all. Realistically, what it should have, it does have a mob slaughter factory. It looks like, just in this like corner here. Realistically, what you can do is, I believe there's another block here that's like a catcher, right? Is that what it's called? No, but I'm pretty sure there's like a baby animals thing that you can get, animal baby separator. And then that'll allow you to set up your auto feeder, set up that catcher or whatever to move them somewhere else. And then you can set up your mob slaughter factory, and you don't have this mess, you know what I mean? Because these servers are on 24/7, and it's like, although it shouldn't be chunk loaded because of the settings that we have, it's possible that it is, because it's quite unruly on these servers, if we're being honest. Okay. Anyhow, over here, what do we have? Here we have a very interesting setup. I don't know what... I feel like this is an extremely messy setup. Like, overly messy. Like, it doesn't need to be messy. I don't know what the point here is. So this is clearly an attempt at energizing orb automation. I mean, it might work. I don't know if it works. But it looks very, very complicated compared to what it, in theory, should need to be. I also don't know... Where are they putting the resources? Like, what's going on here? I don't even know where, like, the input is. Because this is just a compressor. It's not... I don't know, to be honest. Very interesting. Very strange setup. Yeah, sure. What do we have over here? Oh, we got a little firefly jar. Sure. Here's the bed. That's where they sleep, right smack bang in the middle of this. right in the middle of this just mess. Over here we obviously have... What is it? A big a big wall of storage systems. We have an end cake, I guess, to get into the end. Oh, is this? Oh, they're actually on. They're on at the moment. Okay, nice base. I love your work. Cool. Okay. Anyway, over here we have what? A matter transmitter and a matter receiver. So this obviously goes somewhere. Let's give it a shot. Let's stand here, see if we go anywhere. Oh, it might be private. Yeah, it is. You know what? I'm just going to shh, don't tell anyone. I'll just sneakily add my name in there. Do I need to do it on the return? I do. There we go. Yep, I'll just... Yep. nothing happening here. Yep, 1 second, please. Can I not... Oh, you know what? The receiver that this is attached to doesn't have me allocated. Unlucky. We can't get to wherever this goes. Listen. We tried. But yeah, nonetheless, pretty cool base. Oh, and yeah, here's a little enchanting apparatus from Ars Nouveau or Ars Nouveau. It's one or the other. All I know is that it's Nouveau, or at least I think it is. But yeah, beautiful base. So thank you again to Dr. Smash SLO, the man or the person standing over there. And then thank you to the other two. I guess they're in a row. 104, and of course, Carlology with the first base we looked at. Yeah, thank you for taking the time on the server, because like these bases, they would take a decent amount of time. Like the last base we went to, especially with all those machines and stuff, we're not at that point. You know what I mean? And we've sunk a decent amount of hours into it. Probably, what episode are we up to? I'll have a quick look. Because usually our episodes are about an hour long, so I have a pretty good gauge in terms of like, I guess how much I've played roughly. If it'll load. My folders are too big. About 18 hours sunk into the game. So these bases are pretty much either like around that level with this base, or even beyond that level. So yeah, thank you for taking the time, genuinely, and thank you guys in general for supporting the channel and the community. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye.